Hey guys, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another plant hanger tutorial. So I have one on my channel that I did like, I don't know, 6 months ago maybe, and I wanted to do another one. I get a ton of views on it, and which makes me really, really happy, and comments and questions. So I thought it would be good to kind of build on that and do another option for you guys so that you can create an array of plant hangers in your home. So for my setup, I have a clothes rack that I got from Walmart, very inexpensive, an S-hook from Amazon, and a wooden ring that I also purchased from Amazon in a pack. All of these things are pretty inexpensive, but they are not necessary. One thing I do like to have with my plant hangers is the wooden ring, but you can attach this to anything. You can attach this to something high up, somewhere in your closet, just anywhere around your house and work off of it. You do not need these things. I have them, so I'm gonna use them. They make things a little easier for me. But at home, for you guys who are just doing this and you have a couple things, the only thing you need, truly, is the rope. You could create a ring with the rope, but I do like the look of the wooden ring. So the rope that I'm using is 1/8 of an inch cotton rope. This is actually from Ganzet, GANXXET.com. I love Ganzet. I get a lot of my supplies from Ganzet, and I also get other things from Knot and Rope Supply Company, but this from Ganzet is a lot softer and it can be brushed out, which I like. I love. Ugh. It can be brushed out, which I love. That is what I'm using for my plant hanger today. And the hanger that I'm going to make today is going to be a little long, and it's going to be sort of a basket design. I'm gonna have some crown knots in the top. If you have any questions about knots that I use today, I have videos on those. I just made videos on basic macrame knots to get you started, and then some other ones, some spirals, and I also have a video on the crown knot. So check all of those out. I'm not going to spend a ton of time teaching you how to do the knots today. If you have questions about how to do the knots, check out the videos. And without further ado, let's get started. So I like to measure my rope in arm's lengths, and I'm going to do 6 cords at 4 arm's lengths. So I usually put my rope on the floor so I can spin it out. I take one end starting in my hand and I do a full open arm's length. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I need scissors. I did not bring scissors. Cut. I need 6 of these, and I can just take my first cord and just use that to measure my next one. What is happening? Sometimes this happens, and it's really annoying, especially with this soft cord. You have to figure out like which way it got caught up. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is serious. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Aha. This is what happens when you are trying to cut extra long lengths. And I don't know if you guys have seen my hammock video. That project was basically like taking knots out the entire time. Like I was not tying as many knots as I was taking knots out. Beautiful project. I highly recommend it if it's something that you want to do, but time consuming and chaotic. Okay, so now I have all 6 of my cords, which the way that we're going to attach this to our ring is going to create 12 cords. So I need to find the center of all of these. And the easiest way to do that is to take all your ends and line them up, and then you'll find your other end, okay? And then follow that all the way to the middle. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to attach your cords onto your wooden ring using a lark's head knot from that center point. And I like to pull down on every string and make sure it's really nice and snug. And now I'm going to do a series of about 20 crown knots. This is a little bit time consuming, so I went ahead and sat down on the couch and put the camera on overhead and went ahead and did this part. But if you're not sure how to do a crown knot, make sure you check out my tutorial for it. I will link it below. I'm not going to show you specifically how to do it in this tutorial, but there is a very thorough tutorial on my channel that you can check out. So now I've got all of my 20 crown knots. If it looks a little crooked, don't worry about it too much. Once you have a plant in it and there's weight on it, it will straighten out. Now I'm just going to be working on one side. So I'm going to take 6 of these strings that I'm not going to be using right now and get them out of my way. I'm using the 4 cords in the middle. The first knot I'm going to tie is a square knot. And then I'm going to do 2 sets of diagonal clove hitches on either side, creating an arrow sort of shape. And when you complete both sides, you'll do 2 more diagonal clove hitches to combine the 2 together. Another square knot. And then starting from the center of that last square knot, I'm going to do 2 sets of diagonal clove hitches cascading downwards like an upward pointing arrow. Another square knot. 2 more sets of diagonal clove hitches cascading downward to create a diamond shape around the square knot. Another square knot, and then underneath it we're going to create another diamond shape using the same process. So now I'm going to take my other cords down that I stashed away, and I'm going to repeat the exact same steps on the other side. Now that you have both sides done, we're going to come down about 25 inches and we're going to repeat that diamond shape, starting with a square knot at the top, our diagonal clove hitches underneath, with a square knot in between, and then another set of diagonal clove hitches, just like we did above. And the same thing on the other side. So now I'm going to combine my 2 sides to create the bottom of my basket. So I'm going to come down about 8 inches and take my 2 inner cords from each side. So I should have 4 cords in my hand. And I'm going to do a square knot here. and another square knot on the other side with the 2 other inner cords from either side. So you should have 4 more cords to work with, 2 on the outsides of either square knot. And so what I did was I took each cord and attached it to the bottom of either square knot using double clove hitch knots. The cord that lives closest to the square knot is the cord that will attach to the bottom of the square knot. Once all these knots are tied, you can do a gathering knot at the bottom of your plant hanger about 6 inches down from the previous knots to finish your plant hanger. So there you have your new macrame plant hanger. This basket will hold a larger pot if you want it to. You have control over how large you want the space to be when you tie these knots down here. But just as is, if you follow the directions and dimensions, you will still be able to fit a larger pot than this one in your plant holder. Thanks guys for watching this tutorial. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and I'll see you on my next project.